Good afternoon, and welcome to my daily Facebook Live, number 148. My name is Barry Selby. I am known as a relationship attraction expert. I'm a passionate champion for the divine feminine, best-selling author and speaker, and I help strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business, and I help them attract the right man. What else I want to say that is relevant to that? I'll get to that in a second. Let me just start with the topic. Today's topic is about men, us men. And I'm going to start by just a controversial title. That is, Men Are Lazy. And I'll explain what that means in a much more surprising way than you might think. So before I get started on that, let me just tell you that I do these daily broadcasts. I do these daily broadcasts every day. That kind of sounds silly, but I do. This is number 148. So I'm doing these every day to inspire, evoke conversation, and ideally provide informative, entertaining, perhaps, insights into relationships, love, and life so that you can have a better relationship with yourself and with other people. That sounds pretty good. So, the topic today. Men are lazy, yet we work so hard. What does that have to do with relationships? That's a three-pronged approach, and I'll get to this in a second. I'll say it now and also say it at the back end. If you are someone who wants to follow my daily broadcast, please make sure you find the notification button on here that says notify me when I go live again, or when he goes live again, so you'll be able to follow me when I do these daily broadcasts. I do these every day. I have accumulated a large library of broadcasts. This is number 148. That's 147 plus this one. Yes, 147 plus this one. That talk to the idea about love and relationships, masculine and feminine polarity, and sometimes about politics. Yes, that's come up a few times. And also about how we can respect each other more. And so this actually is meant to allow you ladies to respect us men more. Go figure. But trust me, when you get to the end of this, if you watch through the whole way, it'll make sense to you. It will make sense to you. And probably to me too. So let me just jump right in since I want to get started. I've been avoiding the topic, but let me just start on this one. So, we men are lazy. Well, that's a misnomer. What it is, and it's funny, I want to speak to someone totally off topic for a moment about how they say how bad it is to rest on your laurels. Well, first of all, I'm not sure what laurels are in this context, but we men, when we are in life and doing our lives well, we do rest on our laurels because, and there's a book called Mastery, it talks to this, that what happens for us men is that we, unlike you ladies, are goal-oriented in a very specific way. You ladies have this thing about enjoying the journey and having this flow in life that is amazing to watch, it's beautiful, and it's powerful too. But when you're in your masculine, doing what we men do, you're doing what we men do badly, which is we set up goals and then go for them. The way that we are as men, to put it in a simple term, is that we set a focus on where we want to go, we achieve that goal, and then we rest on our laurels because we achieved it. It's like aim, fire, succeed, relax. And when we're relaxing, we can look lazy because we are basically confirming and achieved our goal. In the way it was done in the old days, as it were, we go hunting, and when we achieved that, cut our prey, we'd basically kill it, roast it, and eat it. We'd be relaxing. So we'd be lazy in that sense that we were not working because truly the cycle we have as men is actually, I think they call it a success cycle, I believe. It's basically we start with a goal or an aim or where we want to go. We do the work to get there. When we get there, we succeed, and then we reset, we rest, we recover. And it's actually tied to the 4 seasons, actually. There's a whole bunch of teachings on this, just getting to business side of things. Now, some men out there are working so damn hard without knowing what they're aiming for, which is why they never stop. They burn out, they get midlife crisis, they nervous breakdowns, they do all sorts of crazy drugs, because the truth is they're not guided by an inner they're not following an inner guidance system. So, and I'm realizing I'm going to speak different prongs, and I'll get to all of them, I hope. We'll see. Bear with me. But the biggest part is to recognize for you ladies, and I'll get to this part now because it's important to you understand, is that this way of us working, where we as men achieve a goal, stop and rest, and then we go on to the next goal, is that when we attract you into, or I should say we pursue you into a relationship, when we get you in a relationship, for many men, we stop working. And ladies are going, oh yeah, I know that feeling, because it's true. There's a reason for it before you start judging too much, and also before the men start getting upset with me. I'm just going to explain what I mean by this. Because we are oriented in our mindset, how we do things, as goal orientation, goal, achievement, relax, goal, achievement, relax, in that cycle, when we have a relationship with a girlfriend, we attract you into our lives in a relationship. Or should say you ladies attract, we pursue you into a relationship. That was another teaching, by the way. Then what happens is we achieve that goal of getting you, and then we go, okay, mission accomplished, I can relax now. And that's what we do. It's not necessarily conscious, it's subconscious, but it's in the wiring of being a masculine man. So, two things. Ladies, don't judge us too harshly. We did what we set out to do, which we got you in our relationship. That's great. However, and that's the second part, is we as men either need to self-ignite this, or ladies, you can help us with this, is once we get into a relationship, we ain't done yet. Like, obviously so. But for many women out there, you're sitting there going, but I understand why he's not giving me attention. It's like, well, he's got you now. So what do you do differently? And this is kind of the piece I want to give you, is in relationship particularly, is for your man, when you have him in a relationship, is to help him set up and establish new goals. It's going to sound so obvious and so simple. And it may not be overt ones, but simple ones. But then it could be milestones, because for some people, the goal for the structure is they become adults, they go to work, they meet someone, they fall in love, they pursue their partner, they get them in a relationship, then set a plan to get engaged in 2 years, and they get married a year after that. And it's all these cycles of goal setting. Well, ladies, I'm not saying that's the way to do it, by the way, but ladies, you can have the same thing with your man. That once you get into a relationship with him, once you attract him in, and he has pursued you to get in a relationship, what's the next goal? Maybe it's a level of intimacy. Maybe it's doing a workshop together. Maybe it's to go on vacation together. Maybe it's to meet the family. Keep these goals coming, and we keep going forward. Again, we work hard for our goals, but when we achieve them, we put our feet up, metaphorically speaking. Now, for some men out there, they've built their lives in such a way there is a goal every single moment, so they never seem to stop. So instead of being set the target, get the target, and then relax, you set the target, set the target, get the target, set the target, get the target. There's no relaxing in between, and that can be detrimental to a man's health. We men need that downtime, because we need to refuel and rebuild and almost like recoil that spring to be able to leap out again and go for the next goal. So the way we function as men, the way we are successful as men, is to have this cycle of goal setting, achieving, and relaxing as a continuous cycle. Not goal setting, achieving, and stopping, period, because we're relaxing forever. Not recommended. So in a relationship, again, as a reminder, if you've got a man that you're in a relationship with who's not doing anything because he's achieved his result, which is getting you into a relationship, maybe he might need some new goals. And that's kind of that's the big teaching right there. Now let me go back to some other things I covered earlier, because I'm feeling there's some incompletes on this teaching. And by the way, that might be a game changer for many of you out there. I actually discovered this when I was speaking on a summit a couple of weeks ago. And this came through, and I just was like, oh my God, I realized how we function as men. So imagine, let me do this visually, as it were, for you ladies out there, and for men. Ladies, you can go through life. It's to imagine yourself going up this slope. And if you want to go to this particular destination, you're going to keep going, cruising up that destination. The way we men work, though, is we work in goal as we go with the goal orientation. And I say there's a book that I think it's by a guy named William Glasser. William Glasser wrote a book called Mastery. And he talks about plateaus. And when we're going for goals and how we get for mastery is that we basically, instead of going up like a slope, we do it like a staircase. So we go up and we achieve a goal. We then rest and we actually are on the plateau for a moment or two. We become comfortable at the level we've achieved. Then we hit the next goal setting. We go, okay, next goal. We move up a level. We achieve that goal and then we cruise along at that level for a period of time. That is part of what's called mastery. It's the evolution of our growth as men. And in relationship, the same thing, as I mentioned earlier, is the same paradigm happens. So you're learning with your man, if you're understanding this teaching I'm giving you, that there's nothing wrong with you. That's a big one, by the way. There's nothing wrong with you in this. That what's happening is he's achieving a goal, and then he's now getting comfortable at that plateau, resting, relaxing, recuperating, as I mentioned. But it's really becoming comfortable at that new level. And for him, perhaps getting you into a relationship is that new plateau. He's achieved a new level of mastery, which is to be in a healthy relationship. Oh my God, what a concept. Then the key becomes, okay, so what's the next step? What's the next level of evolution to move up one more? So instead of being this slope, as you might understand, it's a stair step. So it's up to a level, across, up and across, up and across. So it's basically achieving a goal, getting comfortable with that level. And in saying the book Mastery by William Glasser, it talks about that being a plateau of basically coming comfortable. Like in a sports analogy, for a tennis pro, they may be setting goals where they basically learn how to play tennis at a certain level. They become comfortable at that level for a period of time. Then they need to stretch and become skilled at a higher level to achieve a new ranking in the system. Become comfortable at that level, then they go another level, go up one more, and then that level again. So it's this up-leveling of skills that performance athletes, people like that do, musicians do as well. But in a relationship, it happens too. How can we up-level our ability to love each other? This is, again, for the men. You ladies can be incrementally just cruising along this journey of growth and evolution. It's almost like you have a different way of doing things because men and women, as I've talked about before, respond to life, love, and relationship differently. We're wired that way. John Gray talks about this in great detail in the Mars and Venus books. And understanding the differences makes it easy to understand each other. What a concept. So, back to just wrapping up the title again, or the beginning again. We are lazy when we hit the plateau. As I mentioned about this journey, about we go up to a new level of understanding, then we hit the plateau till we go across. That may appear that we're being lazy. It's actually, I would say, in a better way of putting it, is we're integrating. We're actually becoming comfortable because we were at this level before, and rather than sliding back to it when we go up to a new level of earning, we have to get here and be comfortable here so we don't slide back down to the other level, which some men have done more than once. Oh, is that just me? So in relationship especially, there's this growth level to keep moving up to and growing along, going up another level and growing up, which is basically a maturity level, also an achievement of greater intimacy, greater emotional expression, greater understanding of each other, perhaps even greater sexual connection. But having that level of mastery by stepping up a level at a time is how we men function best, because what we do, if you imagine like climbing a mountain, in fact, you would reach a base station and then we'd actually climb to a new place on the mountain and mark a camp there. That's actually establish a new baseline, and that's what we're doing as men, is we're growing to a certain level of understanding, and we then maintain a stronger and more comfortable level of comfort so we don't slide back to the old way of being. And for relationships, for you ladies out there wanting to have a healthy and profoundly powerful relationship, you want a man who's going to be willing to do that with you, that he will continue to raise his standard of mastery by level and level and level so that you two have a most amazing, transformational and deep relationship. Now, you ladies have your own exploration of your journey as well, but I want to speak to the men. That's why this broadcast is titled Why Men Are Lazy, because that's the appearance. And again, I will use the word integration in this conversation because what I'm speaking to really is that we as men are putting efforts into achieving a goal. We actually put all our passion and energy towards the goal, and when we accomplish it, we need time to, yes, restore and renew, but also to integrate that new level of understanding. And again, and again, I think it's William Glasser who wrote the book Mastery. That's the book I'm referring to, because that new level is not laziness; it's actually a new plateau of integration and learning and understanding. I think I've made this point 17 times. I think you get it. If you have any questions, I'm just checking something here. So we've got some folks still watching. That's good. This is a deeper topic, I know, and I had to talk about this. It came up earlier in a post I saw earlier, and I want to put this out. This is something to play with this weekend. What do you say, Michelle? And women in the masculine all day outside the cave will feel the same, but still is the keeper of doing this emotional labor of this level setting. Exhausting for everyone, especially women. Yes, absolutely. And by the way, I know that I've discovered on Facebook Live, when you put a comment in that's longer, it won't fit. I don't see the rest of it, so I'm going to have to read it afterwards. But yes, I can speak a whole bunch of stuff about how women in the masculine, because most of my clients are women in the masculine, have yet to learn how to renew and reconnect to their feminine, to let go of the masculine way of doing things, which is why they end up being drained and exhausted. So I'm guessing what you're saying will agree with what I'm thinking. I'll respond to that later in the comments. But yes, it's true. But if you signed up to be a wife, that also works. It seems that women need to accept this is their place in that arrangement and stop complaining about it. Say 3, or seek out a leveled up relationship. I need to read the comments afterwards, sorry, because I'm only getting like the first 4 lines of what you're saying. This is a deeper conversation, so I may come back and do a part 2 tomorrow based on what you're saying, Michelle, if you give me some inspiration. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, because I do put these on YouTube afterwards, this was a Facebook Live initially, so you won't know the comments I'm responding to. It's why I'm trying to read them out quickly for myself and hopefully for you. And this will actually be of use to you later on. So, the Level Up Man Stage 4 that has capacity for greater emotional intelligence development. This seems to be the common norm, core problem plaguing modern relationships. I think I know where you're going, and I totally agree with you. Yes. I talk about developed and undeveloped masculine in this conversation about we're leveling up men. So I do feel that, yes, greater emotional intelligence. men have room to grow. For many men. Anyway, that's another. See, that plays into the level of the up leveling and the plateaus, because we are growing. We men, well, some of us conscious men, those of us choosing it, are actually growing step by step by step, and it takes time. But it's the realization that when we grow to a new level and we integrate that level, we achieve and we maintain a new level of understanding of ourselves and each other, which can create the capacity for greater emotional intelligence. Just to answer that part. So yes, I'm yeah. Okay, I'm starting to go off on a different tangent. I'm going to stay on track for this topic. This is just my Friday broadcast. This is my 148th Facebook Live. Yes, I do these often, every day in fact. To quickly summarize, this is telling you ladies about why we men act the way we do, in a good way, and why men who are watching this understand why you may be feeling this level to do steps by stair steps than just a straight progression, because the way we're wired is to achieve goals and then relax in between before we achieve the next goal. It's actually healthy for us. Having said that, and summarizing, this is my daily Facebook Live. Thanks for watching. I do this every day. That's why it's called daily. This is number 148 in the series. You'll find them on my business page on Facebook, where you'll see them more easily. My personal page has all sorts of other stuff on it. You also find them on my YouTube channel, because I put them there as well, and as well as on my website, which is barryselby.com. If you go to the video blog, you'll see 148 broadcasts. Well, when I add this one to it. If you have any questions or thoughts, please message me. Put comments below. I'll answer them later on when it gets signed off. And if you have ideas for other topics, you can message me directly on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, message me there. Thanks for watching my broadcast. Take to heart what I'm saying. It might actually help your love life. Ooh, what a concept. And as always, as a reminder to you, please take care of yourselves, because you deserve the best in life. And when you take care of yourself first, you'll get it. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later.